Day 2 Courageous Creators Challenge. I'm Martin. Let's take this off. There you can see my beautiful face a bit better now. Who inspires me? That's the question. Now, immediately when I heard this question, I thought of someone, but being a sort of philosophical type of person, I wanted to dig deeper into the meaning of the question. And I think we need to ask the question, what is inspiration? What does it mean to be inspired? And to me, I think inspiration is something, someone, some experience that you have, essentially, that gives you an energy that you can use to create with. That's what inspiration is to me. An experience that gives me a vitality that I can use to create with. Now, if it's an experience, it doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have to be a particular person. It could be anything, any kind of experience. So it can be an experience of nature. And actually that is one of the things that sprung to my mind when I was thinking about who inspired me, is something natural. So I've made a few notes. So a few ideas. First of all, I inspire me. I am responsible for my experience, and therefore I am responsible for the inspiration that comes to me. If I choose to direct my experience to some sort of experience that is not going to help me create, then that is the opposite of inspiration. Or if I choose to direct my experience to some experience which is going to help me create, that is me inspiring me. I am the cause of that. And putting it onto someone else seems to be not quite getting the full picture. So that's the first thing I'd like to say. So because the question's phrased in terms of a who, I think I'd have to say, who else inspires me? Well, honestly speaking, everyone inspires me in some way. You can look at a person and see some positive attribute within them that can help you to create. It's rare to see a person who doesn't have any attributes that can't help you create. In fact, I can't think of anyone. Anyone who I can think of in my life is an inspiration in some way. So it's the way you look at things. So once again, the responsibility falls back to me. Now, as I was saying, since inspiration is a sort of experience that we have that we can use to create, it's not just people, it's things too. And I find, looking around, things can inspire me. But in particular, I suppose, natural things inspire me. This is why I like to come out into this field and make these videos, because to me it's a more inspirational place than inside a house. You know, these trees, for example, look at that. They're just normal trees. But look how inspirational, look at all the colours, look at all the detail. It's amazing. You know, looking around, this grass, this plain of grass here, this meadow, for want of a better word, this park, look at the sun. Look at how inspirational that is. I mean, that's almighty. Look at the way the video is picking up the sun and responding to it, creating purple dots and green dots, lens flare. That's inspirational. Look at that tree on the skyline there. Look at all those trees, other trees next to it. Just looks fantastic. Now that's inspiration to me. So I always say, what I find inspirational, I suppose, what tends to happen is it's natural. It has to be something natural. Something natural inspires me. And that brings me back to who I first thought of when I heard the question. And I suppose it's my children that inspire me. That's what I first thought of. And why did I pick them in my mind as the first selection? And I think it's just because they're natural. So That's what inspires me. Natural things inspire me. Look at the clouds up there. Look at that. You know, and I can look at those clouds and I can write a poem about those clouds, and I can draw a picture of those clouds, and it'll be a picture I want to draw or a poem I want to write, as opposed to, I don't know, something that's, I suppose, negative. And you know, I'm not too down on negativity. Negativity has its place, I suppose, but when you're creating, I suppose you have to let things flow. And what negativity does, I suppose, is inhibit that flow. So if we can look at things and draw from experience ways of creating, which, I don't know, maybe positive and negative are two polar opposite forms that don't have any sort of place in a creative experience. I mean, because obviously you can create theatre which has negative characters in it. You know, you're just as much inspired by a negative character than a positive character, and I guess the two things interplay in a balance. So maybe I don't really want to use the words negative and positive, but let's just go back to, does it help me create or not? Yeah. And I look around me, everything here I could write a poem about, not a problem. And you know, I guess then it all comes back to me. Where do I choose to place my experience? How do I choose to do it? I suppose the only unanswered question that I've had on this ramble is, why natural things? Why natural things inspire me? Why do I feel inspired by natural things? And I think the answer is really simple. This is where we're from. Nature is what we're from. And all this stuff that we've created, we're not from that stuff. That stuff has come out of us, but we're not from it. And so you get closer to the source of who you are, yeah, when you look at nature, because you are inside nature itself. And that's what I think makes it inspirational, is that you're seeing yourself. It's like a mirror. So maybe that is the ultimate answer. Inspiration comes from when you find something that is a mirror and reflects you. I don't know. But as Andy said, it doesn't matter if you're not right. So I'm just going to leave it there. Now look at that shadow. Isn't that inspirational? Look like a giant. I am a giant given birth by the sun. A sun giant. It's the shadow of a sun giant. Thanks for watching.